Today, we're exploring Stoic techniques to handle one of life's toughest challenges, dealing with toxic people. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, and that includes our reactions. Let's dive into 15 ways you can navigate these relationships with calm, clarity, and strength. 1. Focus on your response. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Toxic people may try to provoke you, but remember, they don't control your response, you do. Instead of reacting impulsively, take a moment to breathe. A calm, measured response not only diffuses potential conflict but also reinforces your self-control. Imagine that their negativity is a test, and your reaction is the answer key. Choose to respond in a way that reflects your inner peace. Focus on your response. Remember, you can't control others, but you can control your response. Approach each interaction with composure and choose to react thoughtfully. 2. Set boundaries. Setting boundaries is a Stoic's way of protecting their well-being without alienating others. The Stoics believe that while we should be open-hearted, we should also be firm in what we allow into our lives. Let people know, respectfully, what behaviors are unacceptable to you. Use phrases like, "I appreciate your opinion, but I need some space right now," or "I understand where you're coming from, but this is a topic I'm not comfortable discussing." Boundaries don't make you harsh, they make you wise. Setting healthy boundaries is essential. Stoics believe in respecting yourself. Politely but firmly establish limits in every interaction. 3. Practice empathy, but don't engage. Seneca reminds us that it is the power of the mind to be unconquerable. Part of this power is empathy, the ability to understand others' pain without letting it consume us. Toxic behavior often stems from unresolved issues. Empathize, but don't try to fix them. Avoid letting their struggles influence your mood. Acknowledge their pain without allowing it to drag you down. Acknowledge that others may be struggling with their own issues. Offer empathy, but don't let their struggles pull you into negativity. 4. Don't take things personally. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "If someone treats you poorly, remember that it's a reflection of them, not you." When people act with malice, it's often rooted in their own frustrations. If someone is disrespectful or rude, remember, it's more about their issues than yours. Remind yourself that their behavior doesn't define your worth or who you are. When we stop taking things personally, we find that our emotional stability improves dramatically. Don't take things personally. Understand that toxic behavior is often about them, not you. Stoics advise against internalizing others' actions. Keep your peace intact. 5. Minimize exposure. Stoics believe that you are the guardian of your own space. Whenever possible, minimize contact with people who drain your energy. This doesn't mean cutting them off completely, it means choosing how and when you interact. Limit the time spent with toxic individuals and engage only when necessary. This conscious choice to protect your energy keeps you grounded and helps you avoid unnecessary conflict. Minimize exposure. Whenever possible, reduce contact with toxic individuals. Protect your energy by keeping interactions short and purposeful. 6. Redirect conversations positively. Changing the direction of a conversation can help to neutralize negative energy. If someone starts complaining or gossiping, steer the conversation towards something more uplifting. The Stoics taught us that positive discussions lead to positive outcomes. For example, if someone is speaking poorly about someone else, you could say, "Let's focus on the good things instead." Often, people follow your lead if you stay persistent and polite. Minimize exposure. Whenever possible, reduce contact with toxic individuals. Protect your energy by keeping interactions short and purposeful. 7. Stay true to your values. Stoicism encourages us to live by a set of internal principles rather than external pressures. Toxic people may try to provoke you or test your patience, but staying true to your values means you don't waver. Whether it's honesty, kindness, or patience, keep your values intact. In challenging situations, repeat to yourself, "This is who I am," and allow that identity to guide your actions. Redirect conversations positively. Steer conversations toward constructive topics. Stoics believe in keeping discourse productive, which can help neutralize negativity. 8. Avoid judging. Seneca advised us to avoid unnecessary judgment. Often, we label others as toxic, but the truth is, we're all struggling in our own ways. Rather than labeling, try to view people's actions objectively. Recognize that labeling someone negatively often fuels resentment. Instead, see them as flawed humans, just like you. This perspective not only keeps you calm but also opens a path to a deeper understanding and patience. Stay true to your values, don't compromise your principles. The Stoics teach us to remain steadfast in our values, even when faced with negativity. 9. Practice patience. Patience is a virtue for a reason. The Stoics teach us that challenges are temporary, even when they feel permanent. Each interaction with a toxic person can become an opportunity to practice patience. Remind yourself that this moment will pass and that responding patiently shows your strength, not weakness. The longer you practice patience, the easier it becomes to maintain your peace. Practice patience. Patience can be your greatest tool. The Stoics emphasize endurance. Remember, this situation, like all things, will pass. 10. Choose not to react. Sometimes, the most powerful reaction is no reaction at all. When faced with negativity, choosing silence can have a greater impact than words. Seneca said, "Better to trip with the feet than with the tongue." Practice holding back, even when you want to react. By choosing silence, you maintain control over your emotions, allowing others to observe your strength rather than your anger. Practice patience. Patience can be your greatest tool. The Stoics emphasize endurance. Remember, this situation, like all things, will pass. 11. Focus on self-improvement. Stoicism is about constant growth. When you're focused on self-improvement, toxic behavior affects you less. Embrace every negative interaction as a chance to practice Stoic principles. View it as training for your mind. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? By shifting your focus to growth, you reduce the impact of others' behavior on your emotional state. Choose not to react. Simply choosing not to respond can be powerful. Stoics suggest that silence can often be the best answer to negativity. 12. Use negative interactions as practice. Negative interactions can be the ultimate Stoic exercise. Just as athletes train for endurance, Stoics train for resilience. Treat every difficult encounter as a practice round for your emotional well-being. Over time, this practice will transform how you view negativity. You'll start to see toxic behavior as a teacher rather than a threat. Focus on self-improvement. When we focus on our growth, others' behavior affects us less. Dedicate energy to becoming a better version of yourself. 13. Take time to reflect. Reflection is a core Stoic habit. After each challenging interaction, take a moment to process your emotions. Journaling or meditation can help you release the residue of negativity and bring clarity to what you've experienced. Reflecting allows you to learn from each encounter and equips you to handle future situations more effectively. Use negative interactions as practice. Every encounter with negativity can strengthen your resilience. Think of it as training for your emotional well-being. 14. Seek support when needed. Even the Stoics valued the strength of community. We don't have to face toxic people alone. Reach out to friends, mentors, or anyone who uplifts you. Talking things over with someone you trust can provide new perspectives and remind you that you have support. Sometimes, just knowing you're not alone is enough to keep you resilient. Seek support when needed. Even the Stoics valued community. Reach out to friends or mentors who uplift you. You don't have to face negativity alone. 15. Let go of the need for approval. The Stoics emphasize self-reliance. The need for approval can make us vulnerable to toxic behavior, as we may try to please others at our own expense. Remind yourself that true validation comes from within, not from others. When you let go of seeking approval, toxic people lose their power over you. By staying centered in your self-worth, you build an unshakable foundation of confidence. Let go of the need for approval. Stoics teach us not to seek validation from others. When you stop needing approval, toxic behavior loses its hold over you. In dealing with toxic people, Stoic principles provide a powerful toolkit for maintaining inner peace and resilience. Remember, it's not about changing others, it's about mastering yourself. Embrace these practices, and over time, you'll find that you're better equipped to handle difficult interactions while preserving your emotional well-being. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed these insights, subscribe for more Stoic lessons to enrich your journey.